As Fulton County, Georgia, prosecutor Fani Willis enters the home stretch before making a decision on filing charges in the election interference case, former January 6 Select Committee investigator Timothy Heaphy broke down on MSNBC Friday why Georgia was such a crucial linchpin of the plot by allies of former President Donald Trump to nullify his election loss. The short version: they simply couldn't believe they had lost Georgia, which had been a reliably red state for so long, and which had scores of Republican officeholders they hoped could help them. Tim, I want you to just take a beat and go through the architecture of the coup plot, because, as I just sort of doodled out, it all runs through Georgia, said anchor Nicole Wallace. The White House plot that Trump is running is now the infamous call to Brad Raffensperger. Jeffrey Clark wanted the U.S. attorney there to open an investigation without any evidence of fraud. Eastman goes down there and is activating the Georgia legislature to present this fake, phony slate of electors, and the fake electors themselves. Some of them have cooperated, some of them are witnesses, and some are targets of the probe. Yeah, exactly right, Nicole, said Heaphy. I think Georgia was the center because they were so surprised and disappointed at the result in Georgia, of all of the swing states, for that one to go to Joe Biden. I think that was the biggest surprise. I think there was a false sense that there are a lot of Republicans in state government down there that we can go along with this, potentially. The other thing that is so striking about Georgia, Nicole, is that is the state where the U.S. attorney, the Trump U.S. attorney, the FBI leadership, looked very hard at specific allegations of fraud, this notion of suitcases and ballots being pulled out from, you believed, a table at the State Farm Arena, Heaphy continued. This truck full of shredded ballots, they looked hard at the specific facts surrounding the election in Georgia, and they completely rebutted all of that. There was absolutely no evidence. This goes back to Bill Barr, and conveyed this to the president. So it's particularly striking that in Georgia, they looked very closely at all of the specific allegations, found no evidence, added Heaphy. And yet continued to spin this narrative of fraud in Georgia, put pressure on Brad Raffensperger and state legislators and proposed this letter you just showed from Jeffrey Clark. People stepped forward to help facilitate the election, and the whole pattern is outrageous, because it's so starkly built on a lie.